Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mense van die Kaapse vlakte, hoop het gaan goed saam met julle. Ons is vandaan live op Cape Flat Stories. We have a very interesting guest with us. Funny guy. I mean, he will make jokes, none of us. But before we speak to him, I want to talk about just what the week that was. So, I think so about 2 weeks ago, a gentleman was actually arrested for catching fish with a drone. Hulle het hom gevang, drone, invlieg. And apparently it's illegal. I didn't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a fisherman. And so a couple of vans came and they arrested him, you know. So luckily I think he's out. But I think also one needs to look at, you know, the resources. I'd say 4 of 5 wene kan stuur vir 'n bra wat vis vang. Hoekom kan jy nie 4 of 5 wene stuur vir die ouens in die plane wat die kan steal, you know, that's the other thing. And then also I read in the papers about 2 prisoners that died in Pollsmoor. I don't know what happened. I need to go read the story further. But 2 prisoners died. It's not the first time that I hear of this. I know a lot of things are happening, and I am making contact with the Minister of Correctional Services. Just waiting for them to come back to me. So maybe that's a conversation I will have with him. Other story that also happened was prisoners escaping from a prison cell. My bro, I think they caught 3 or 4 of them. I think 5 escaped. I'm speaking under correction. It's so easy to get out of prison, you know. That is the one thing. And then also the killings, the ongoing killings on the Cape Flats every day, every week. I mean, I don't even see it anymore because it's hard so, you know. It is not real. This can't be life, you know. Many of these people, I live in Strandfontein, as many of you know. So Mitchellsplein is just down the road. I mean, how many people died in Mitchellsplein in 11 years? It's just kilometers away from me. So that's something we need to really investigate. But on a lighter note, so you guys know I did this competition, right? The Gatsby competition with living liquor. Halve Gatsby geëet. Dis Bram is Yusuf Daniels, dink hy is die myn bra, nah, hy gaan vir my wen. I slat dit smoothie pinnebaloni Gatsby in 8 minutes. I think I did 6 minutes or so. Yusuf couldn't finish. But the whole thing behind it was to raise money and to raise awareness for Hannah's Place of Safety. Hannah's Place of Safety is an amazing place where kids that has lost their parents or mothers that abandoned their children or threw their children away are actually staying. So I think there's 14 or 15 children living there. And we're going to do another event soon because we want to bring an awareness on Hannah's Place of Safety. So the month end we have another event. And also we want you guys to come on board. But for now, without any further ado, I've got a young man in the studio. He's very young. You guys know him as Stuart Taylor. Welcome, Stuart. Welcome to Cape Flat Stories.
Thank you very much, sir. How are you?
I'm good, yourself?
I feel like I must cheers you.
Cheers.
I have a podcast where we always start by saying cheers, so now I'm coming back in here. Lekker Stan!
Thank you, man. Man, I always said I wanted to interview you. So,
did you?
Yes. Like I did interview your other buddy the other day, Kurt Skoenraad.
Oh, yes. My day one.
Your day one. So yeah, but tell us more about yourself. I know you. I saw you on TV and I saw you at a few gigs, but I want to know more about you, man.
You saw me on TV when you were a young man.
When I was a young man.
When you were a young
with
man.
No grey, thinner.
Yeah. Listen, some people know me from that. That's probably like one of the best things that people know myself and Kurt Skoenraad from a TV show called Going Nowhere Slowly on SABC3. And the reason everyone knows us from that is because there was only 3 channels, bro. There was SABC 1, SABC 2, SABC 3. And so it was easy to become famous. You just needed to be on
national TV.
On national TV and then you were famous. Now, oh my goodness, you must do all sorts of things. Just take your clothes off to get famous. But yeah, so people know me from that, and before that I was a stand-up comedian, which I've done my entire life, and I still keep doing it. It's a thing I love doing. I love performing shows. I love writing new shows. I love touring. I love the immediacy of the audience that is laughing. That's a beautiful thing. But I do other things as well. You know,
like what?
We live in South Africa, my friend. I haven't yet gotten into the OnlyFans. I'll get there one day. Nah, you know what it is. Like, we live in South Africa, so you've got to. I don't think it isn't always possible to just go, hey, I'm gonna do this one thing. Yeah. The way I explain it to people outside of this country, I'm like, you know, if you want to do a national tour, like now let's say I've got a new national tour starting in January, so I'll do 3 weeks in Cape Town, and then that's the first bit of January. Then I'll do a week in Durban.
Yeah.
Then I can do a weekend in Gqeberha and a weekend in East London and a weekend in Bloem, and then I can do a month in Joburg. Okay, now it's March.
Yeah.
Now I've done the whole country, bro. What am I going to do with the rest of the year? Whereas if you live in the States, there are 50 states, bro.
Yes.
So you could be in a state for a week, and it's impossible because they've got all these major cities.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't necessarily have the infrastructure to be able to go, I'm going to tour with my same show for 2 years, and that's going to sustain me.
Yeah.
So you have to do other things. So I have a production company.
Yeah.
Called Tailor-Made Productions.
Nice.
And I work as a producer in that company. I work as a director, as in like an action kind of director in that company. I edit for that company. I write for that company. And we do all sorts of things. That company produces content, online content for like... I don't know, corporate events, tours, my shows. We shoot content for our national broadcast and for Showmax. So it's all sorts of things. So I juggle. That's it. Now today I'm a performer, and then next week I go back into production, and then that's how you keep it going.
And that has become life. So you can't have, like I could say, one job. You have to have more than one job because it's difficult for all of us.
No, you must multitask in this world. But also, what a beautiful thing to be able to multitask.
Exactly.
Like, you know, if I was in the States, then I could double down in one thing, and I could do that one thing, and you say, but there's a bigger market to do that one thing. Yeah, but it means I'd never get to direct another comedian, or but you go, okay, I'm a comedian and I'm a director. But to be a writer, director, comedian, producer, performer, like that you can do in this country because the world, or at least this the industry is open to us. So
growing up, tell us more about growing up, because you spoke about Karate Kid, so I think we're more or less the same age, but which side of the world did you?
I grew up in Grassy Park.
Me too.
Oh, is it? Where?
6th Avenue.
Oh, 5th Avenue, brother.
I actually lived in Parkwood till the age of 9.
Okay.
And then we moved from 9, we moved to Grassy Park.
Lekker.
So the library there.
Okay.
Were you always there?
I used to, I probably spent more time at the library more recently than then. No, you know what it was I never really hung out in Grassy Park.
Okay.
Because I didn't go to school in Grassy Park. I went to school in Wynberg.
Wynberg boys.
Not, bruh.
Sorry, cut.
Hendrik van Voort went to Wynberg boys.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, they didn't allow people of my color and your color
That time.
Wynberg boys at that point. No, I went to St. Augustine's Primary.
Okay.
In Witterboma. And then I went to Wynberg Senior Secondary, Abbey Hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So most of my friends were actually Abbey Hall was an interesting thing, Wynberg Senior Secondary, because there were maybe only like 10% of the kids were from Wynberg.
Yeah.
All of us used to walk all the way up Cheddar Road down to the terminus, and then from there, people in Strandfontein, some in Mitchells Plain, some lots of Grassy Park, lots of Lotus River, lots of Parkwood ladies went to Wynberg Senior Secondary. So most of my life was not so much in Grassy Park. It was kind of in those other places. You know, you had Brasse in Lotus River, in Wynberg, etc., etc. So that was my upbringing. And also, you know, 5th Avenue, bro. Like 5th Avenue is
as lang, bros.
it's long, but also it's a bit like the Nuremberg or the Nürburgring or whatever. It's just like so there was no playing in the road for me when I was growing up.
But
playing side.
But strange enough, you lived in Grassy Park. I believe, I just need to make sure with my facts, Riyad Smosa, he was also, his grandfather owned the garage there.
Jaffa's
I didn't know.
Uncle still owns the
Yes.
Jaffa.
Yeah.
His mom is a Jaffa. His mom is actually Dr. Jaffa. She's not the Dr. Musa.
Yeah.
So that is, Jaffa's Motors we know very well. Yeah. And then, I guess technically, Riyad was in Pants, which is just up the way.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of grew up in a similar area. And so it's interesting because we share, and I'm talking about the Cape Town comics, be it a Mark, a Kurt, a Riyad, myself, we share, it's like a Venn diagram, there's a little bit of overlap, you know what I mean? And then we have our own little unique perspectives.
Yeah. Where did your movies back in the day? In Grassy Park?
We were, so all the way down by Italian Road, there was a, some, down over there, because we didn't have a machine. So we had to go higher at a place that had a machine. Now you walk with this
case,
this heavy thing. It tomorrow you must walk back with it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was down there at the bottom. It was like a video right. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Yeah,
There was a video right.
video right.
There was a video right there, and then also I don't know if you know Mia. Sundays, man.
Oh yeah.
They were the spies now.
Yes.
Mia.
Okay.
So Mia was the legend.
But now that was then Mia didn't have a machine for me, so I couldn't go and hire by Mia. That was the problem. But also I didn't get to choose. I had an older sister, bruh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All the movies was like, she like, are we taking this 3 movies?
Girly movies.
Can I also choose one? No. No, let's just carry the the video machine for.
And so where did you start with comedy, stand-up? I mean, we all are funny. We was make jokes by but how did you know this is my career?
Mine was a very interesting path. It's not the path, it's not a Kurt Skoenraad path. So my path and Riyad's path are actually very similar.
Okay.
So when I was like a teenager, listen, all coloured boys must like to do magic tricks. You find a book, I want to learn a card trick, etc. So I literally really got into it, and I found out there's a place just up the road over here. Literally just up the road. You can throw a stone, you'll eat it. The College of Magic, amazing institution. Wasn't here, it was somewhere else before. And I went to this open day and I saw all these kids doing magic tricks. I was like, yo man, I found my tribe, because they were a bunch of oddballs, and I was a bit of an oddball. I really didn't fit in very much anyway. And I joined the College of Magic when I was in standard 6, grade 8. And that was it. By grade 9, standard 7, Riyad joined. Ahead of me was Conrad Koch, Conrad and Chester Missing, a couple of other people you would know, Jason Cope, etc., etc. So I was at the College of Magic while I was at high school. And you do now card tricks for your friends at school, and you start doing kids' birthday parties, etc., etc. And then I went to varsity. I went to Stellenbosch. I'm like, I'm going to go study science. I like maths. I like biology. So I studied science. And I kept performing kids' birthday parties. And at Reyes, you do card tricks for, try and pick up some young ladies over there with a card trick. That was one of my party tricks. Yeah. Card. And then when I got to my last year, it was a very long story. But UCT drama department put together a comedy night at a bar in Rondebosch. Okay. And they told Conrad Koch to come and perform, and they told Riyad Musa to come and perform, because they knew they were performers. They were all at UCT. Yeah. And this thing went on like for 1 or 2 weeks, and 1 week Riyad couldn't make it. So he called me and said, Stu, come do this thing. It's lots of fun. They'll pay you $50. You can have, there's a bar tab. It's all good. And there wasn't a bar tab for Riyad. Riyad didn't partake in the bar tab.
Yeah, disclaimer.
You know now the stories are there. That from Jeffers Motors is sick, bro. No, so I went and I came in from Stellenbosch, and I do some card tricks and make it funny, and it was fantastic. It was really a completely different experience to perform on stage for people my age, and that became a regular thing. And by the end of that year, we formed something called the Cape Comedy Collective. Okay, there were about 9 of us to start. So it goes Riyad, Conrad Koch, myself, Mark Lottering, Chris McAvoy. There's Paul Snodgrass, rest in peace, Van Eck Olivier, and there's a guy named Mark Sampson and his wife Sam Pierce who kind of set this whole thing up. Fast forward like 6 months, there's like 30 of us in this thing, and gigs almost every night of the week, and no longer just being paid in a bar tab. We're actually making money. So by the time I graduated from varsity, there was like an industry I could fall into. And technically I took a gap year. I was like, I'm going to go back and study when this thing is done. And that was a while ago, bro. I'm still on my gap year.
And you're still going?
I'm still going.
And so what did you do with after your studies?
My degree?
Did you use
Never
it?
used it.
Okay.
Used it, okay. It gave me like a good, because I got a degree in zoology and animal physiology. Okay. So I got like a good 7-minute routine about inseminating cows. And now I've got a great routine about HF Verwoerd and Stellenbosch. And also I've got a great bit in my new show about studying in Afrikaans when you're English speaking, because Stellenbosch was Afrikaans University back in the day. So to do a science degree, my man, and they're saying things that you like, I don't know what they're asking for.
In Afrikaans.
In Afrikaans. My first maths exam, they're like, what is die vierkant wortel van 16? Bro, now I'm breaking 30 seconds. What is the? 4 is a fire. Kant is a wortel is a carrot. I'm like,
Okay.
what is the fire? Hayden McKenzie carrot. Eventually, I was, four is a square. Carrot is a root. What's the square root of 60?
Just took a bit longer.
It took a longer.
Yeah.
They were like, Mr. Taylor, why did you only answer a third of the paper? I was like, because I was playing 30 seconds. That's why, man.
But now, as a boykie from the Cape Flats, also, Grassy Park wasn't in the Cape Flats; it was the upper class Cape Flats.
No ways, man. No, man. Like, this is the thing that I had to take a brat to the thing to Grassy Park the other day.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, the thing about Grassy Park is that it's probably like the most diverse part of the Cape Flats. Like, if you went to retreat, everyone who lived in the retreat had a backyard and a little fibercrete fence over there and 3 bedrooms, and that was it. The thing about Grassy Park, and if you drive through there now, I challenge you, if you think I'm talking rubbish, drive through there right now. You will still have, and the remnants are all still there, you will have the one uncle who was an artisan. He's got a double story. Uncle drive a E-class or a S-class Merc. Uncle has got his own plumbing business. Uncle is balling.
Yes.
And next to uncle, you got a bra who's literally like a zinc plat house over there. I saw. And then next to that, you got very middle class kind of 3-bedroom. Looks like it could be anywhere. And then, so Grassy Park was that kind of very, very interesting melting pot where your one neighbor over there, like you'd go there and there was a sweet cupboard, my friend. There'd be luxuries available to you. And then your other bra you go to, you like, forget the sweets. There's not even a slice of bread being offered over here.
Exactly.
So that was the thing about Grassy Park was, and also I had like a really diverse set of friends. So the thing that tempers my view on this life is the diversity I found when I was growing up. So here's the thing. Grow up in Grassy Park, go to school, St. Augustine's Primary, very good school.
Yes.
Go to Wynberg Senior Secondary, starting to become a slightly better school than it was when it first started. The backstory of Wynberg Senior Secondary goes like this, but that school was opened in the middle of the year. And they told all the schools on the flats to send 7 learners, you send 7 learners, you send 7 learners. Do you think they sent the best and the brightest? Bruh, they sent every delinquent to that school. So like for a while, it was just like a haven of gangs, bruh. Because it was oaks from all over and it was crazy. By the time we got there, thankfully, it wasn't, it was that, it kind of settled into what it was, right? So, but I go there, as I said, some people were from Mitchell's Plain, some people were from Parkwood, some people from Wynberg, etc. There's that. Weekends, I'm at the College of Magic. Now you can't get a more diverse group of people because you're hanging out with Conrad Koch, who lives in Rondebosch and is at Bishop's.
Yes.
And you're like, oh wow, you can have your backyard looks like a park. Oh, that's amazing. But then you've got another bro over here who's from Philippi and you go, oh, okay, cool. I see you, bro. So there was that. And then also I went to scouts I went to First Retreat Scouts.
Okay.
So like in that formative years before College of Magic, I lived in Grassy Park, but all my brothers lived in either Kafda, Lavender Hill, Retreat. So that was kind of where I spent a lot of my best friend lived in Retreat. Okay. So we would often take a train from Witterboomer Station to his house. So I'd spend weekends over there. So that kind of diversity really sort of tempered my view on the world.
And man, I don't know if I must ask you this, but
Ask.
But Retreat had the nicest girls, eh? Retreat. Even Lemondale as well, but I don't know if you can talk about it.
Hey, disclaimer. No, I won't answer that.
Retreat Steenbok. Steenbok was known to have the best athletes, eh?
Yes.
Those people couldn't run, eh?
There was something in the water in Steenberg. And still till now, like from Allenby Drive on, like there was just something. They just made VP athletes from Allenby Drive in that way. I don't know if it was because you had to run from the Brasse in Lavendale.
It could be.
You practice running in Steenberg. You're running from Seaweeds through Lavendale to Steenberg. You're going to be very fast, my friend.
Extremely. But you have done very well. We followed you. We know a bit of your story. But I heard recently, somebody said I must ask you, you were the producer for the roast of
Of
Helen Zille.
Of Helen Zille, my friend. Whew.
How was that?
So I have many jobs. One of my gigs I've done over the last 2 years, I'm the festival director for Laugh Africa Comedy Festival, which is the biggest comedy festival in Africa. Very, very proud of this thing. It happens at the Sandton Convention Centre. It's 9,000 people. It's really big. We shoot the content. It ends up on Showmax. Yeah. And what Showmax loves is they love this idea of a roast. So the first year we did the roast of Minnie Dlamini. That was great. It was like very much the it girls. They all there. Then we were racking our brains in terms of who do we do, and the Showmax, it's Showmax's gig. The others, I have a lot of sway. I'll say, please put this person on. Please. They'll push back on one or two, but for the most part, I get to motivate for someone. And the comics who are getting their specials, because 13 comics get their specials. That get shot at the festival. But with the roast, they just go, we want this person. Go find them, Stu, and I've got to kind of find the person, do the negotiation. And we had so many names come up. How about this one? How about this? How about this? And they kept on pushing back to, we want a politician. And Helen's name always came up. And I was like, she's not going to do it, guys. Like, let's not bother. Like, don't waste my time. Because to get hold of someone takes me half a day. Yeah. Hi, Paul Tusi. Can you take a call? What time will you be available to take a call? Now it's an hour later. Hey, Stu, I can talk to you on Thursday at 4 o'clock. I'm like, girlfriend, you doing bugger all. But hey, man, great job. Put in my diary. Hey, Paul, are you free for that call now? Oh, man, I'm actually just... Okay, no problem. I'll speak to you in an hour. No, it's now 5 days later. Hey, Paul, how are you? Listen, we're doing the thing. Oh, you know... Okay, you'll think about it. Good. Now it's 2 weeks goes by, and then we get the no. Or we get a yes. So I was like, Helen's going to say no. I'm not wasting my time. I spend hours on the phone trying to get all these people. Anyway, we're at the end of our theatre. It's about a month out. I'm pushing hard for DJ Fresh. I'm like, man, Fresh will be fantastic. Then they go, listen, we we really want a politician. It's got to be a politician. We want Gayton or we want Helen. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try Helen. So I send a WhatsApp. Hey, Stuart here. Showmax is interested in possibly doing the roast of Helen Zille. How does that sit with you? And then she literally WhatsApped me back and said, I get roasted on Twitter every day. Why is this any different? So I'm like, okay, can we chat tomorrow morning? She goes, cool. Call me when I'm getting done at 7 o'clock. 7. I've got time between 7 and 7:15. So I call. Hi, Madam Zille, can you take a call right now? So anyway, it's, hey man, so this is the thing, and it's a roast, and we're doing this thing. And she goes, yeah, sure, I'm in.
Wow.
And then I send the group message. So there's the CEO of Laugh Africa and the producing partner, the dude who is sort of like the tech guy, the TV guy. The three of us sit on a group, and a lot of the high level decisions happen over there. I'm like, yo guys, she's in. Oh my God. Anyway, a couple of days later, she goes, my team has reservations. Okay. So I go, how do we get rid of your team? How can we, negotiate? Yeah. So she says, I'm going to be in Joburg on this day. I fly up to Joburg. We meet at a hotel. I think I'm going into a boardroom to wait for her to come in. She's already in the boardroom. So the three of us, myself, Ted and Tabu, we walk in and she's over there. And we're like, and we jump in and advisors on a Zoom call with us, and we sit and we talk, and at the end of it she's like, signs the contract, and off we go. And it was a really, if you haven't watched the roast of the Helen Zille, it's something I'm really proud of. Like, roasts can get failment. They can get like, really, that's the thing. And so the writers, because there's a writing room involved, had to really elevate what they do. And also we had like a blazing lineup, man. We got on to pat onto the thing.
Was she also on there?
Yeah, she was on the panel. Patricia DeLille, Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, Zwei Bala, Loiso Gola, Coconut Kells came in, JJ Tabani did a rant. Who else is on the thing? Trevor Gumbi and Tumi Morake with the roast masters. Yeah, so it was like this
Nice.
really amazing group of people where you had to elevate what you were doing in order to get the... Rian van Heerden was on the thing, Mel Viljoen was on the thing,
Yeah.
Londi London was on.
Yeah.
So you had like this couple of real housewives because they have Showmax vibes, Showmax credentials,
Yeah.
but then like really heavy hitters from
Yeah.
a political perspective in the form of Sizwe or Loy or Antipat herself.
Yeah, yeah.
And Helen, like it was great. It was just, it grew. And always what happens is we sacrifice the second last person. This is a secret. So the roast, the way it gets written is you go, this person is going to be amazing. Then better, then better, then better, then better, then better. But when you bring out the person who's being roasted, they have to be the star. So then you go, you choose someone who's going to dip it. So you put almost your best act second last.
Okay.
And someone who's going to be good,
It's a lot.
but you're almost sacrificing them. You can't put your best act before the person being roasted because
Yeah.
it's going to... Anyway, it goes. It's just... Bongani Pingwa.
Yeah.
And Loy Sogola is our...
My
He's
man.
going to knock it out
Yeah.
of the park. Loy gets up. Loy kills it. So, with love and respect, because I love him dearly, Rian van Heerden, we go, we're going to sacrifice you a little bit.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
my dip. It's
Yeah.
also a full-on black
Yeah.
room. White Afrikaner boykie. Rian gets up. Yeah. Knocks it out the park. So we're like, oh, okay, here comes Helen. And then Helen gets up. And you think it cannot get better. And she gets up and she destroys. She has that audience eating out the palm of her hand.
Nice.
It was so... Like it was like a really proud moment when at the end she sings Vulindlela at the end and everyone gets up and starts dancing. And it's like it's this racist poppy over here and the anti-pat and your political opponents and everyone just it was like just a moment of celebration and I think we could go, yeah man, we see you, we know what's problematic, but we still see you and we can appreciate you. And we go, the fact that you were sport enough to do this, to stand on the stage and take the bullets for 2 hours while people are dissing you like that, and then you took it in your stride. Huge respect. I would.
Yeah.
No.
I actually admire that so because, I mean, to put something like that together, that had to be genius. Because the first thing that I thought for myself, this is a good campaign for Yellen, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yellen went viral.
Oh, 100%.
And she's still going to go viral. And I think, from what I saw, she did it, from my observation, because she's running for Joburg. And Showmax is predominantly a Joburg brand.
Bro, now she's on billboards in Soweto over there. No, it was. I mean, everyone was like, "Yo, guy, you and not we being played by her. We really wanted her to do this thing, but she was smart enough to say, I'm going to use the platform that I'm given, whatever that platform might be." Because she was on MacG, she was on Podcast and Chill, she was doing all of these things, which is spaces that would. I mean, like Podcast and Chill, they ask you the most intrusive, gross questions, but she was there for it. She's like, I'm gonna lean into it. If this is where you want to meet me, I will meet you there. And she's that person, like really, that she always goes, I don't back down from a fight. My advisors keep on telling me, hey, chill. And she's like, no, you want to fight? You want to talk? You want to discuss? I'm there for it.
I think that podcast, that's so good of her, be about past 1 million views now. Much more, because it's still running. I think it's still running.
Yeah.
I'm on Showmax, you know.
Yeah.
So what else are you pursuing? Because this one is probably a very high bar.
Yes.
So now obviously you have.
Yeah. How do you top that?
Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't know. I mean, it is also a contract thing. So it's something that I come in for. I do it, and then I move on with my own things. It's not a tailor-made production. It's very much I live there. A as producer, B as a festival director. So in all honesty, I'm very happy that call hasn't come yet, because then it does become a full-time job, and it's also that thing that becomes like all-consuming. That question does come. Hey, who do you get next? Who can you talk? Do you go for another politician? How do you do it? I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
Your challenges as a stand-up comedian, because we know you have a show coming up now. What is the challenges that you have faced over the years as a stand-up comedian?
Do you know what? It's particularly difficult to get the word out right now. Like that's the thing that we realized. There was, as soon as you think, this is what works, the rug gets pulled out from under you, and then suddenly it doesn't work anymore. Like, is this one of the major challenges? Like it's such a black people, colored people thing. Right? Here's a challenge. Our people feel like they can only support one person. Like they're like, oh, that's my guy. So I go to his shows. Then I can't go to anyone else. I remember, like a very good friend of mine said this about Trevor Noah was doing a show at the same time as Loy. They were both, their star was rising. She was like, I don't like Trevor. I'm like Loy. Then I was like, you can like Loy without disliking Trevor. But she felt like liking Trevor as well would be in some way, I'm being unfaithful to Loy. Like, guys, you can like and subscribe a million podcasts. You can go to a ton of different comedy shows.
Yeah.
So that is sometimes a thing that you face where the audience goes, oh yeah, no, I saw a comedy show. Oh, did you enjoy it? I loved it. I had the best time ever. Oh, so you must come to this one as well. No, I only watch. Like, what? Yeah. Not I don't have the money for it. Not I won't. No, that is my place.
Okay.
Like that's such a weird thing. But then also from a social media perspective, like it's just very hard to put to go. It's such a crazy pay to play space.
Yeah.
And you end up throwing lots of money at things, and you never know where it's going to end up. So you just kind of go that's the challenge. But on the upside, like we've got a great comedy circuit where you can develop stuff. You've got a great comedy circuit where you can do what you love without any stress of ticket sales, etc., etc. But yeah, it's I'm also very lucky or very fortunate that I get to be booked for things which I'm not producing.
Yeah.
So that's always a joy.
Do you feel that stand-up comedians nowadays have it much more difficult than what you had it? Because remember, you guys basically the OGs of stand-up within the Western Cape or in South Africa.
It is. Listen, I won't lie. It's a very... So, I mean, I could be a douchebag if I wanted to. If there's a gig happening and I arrive, hey, 4 of you are on the ball, right? 4 of you are still coming. And the MC, and I walk in, I'm like, hey man, I was going to try some, I need to try another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They're like, of course, Stu. Listen, when do you want to go up? Do you want to go up at the end? No, can I go up next? Of course, you go up next. You're not on tonight. You're not on. Sorry, man, you guys are. So, it's terrible. And we do that. But something, I only do it if I'm going, I've got a show coming up and I really need to try this thing, right? Okay. So, it is and everyone gets bumped. It's like a thing that happens universally. Someone in that town will be like, oh no, this Chris Rock will bump people, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Chris Rock arrives, everyone's like, just needs to jump on.
Yes.
Sorry guys, everyone's bumped. There's a shame. Chris Rock was playing in South Africa and he was at the underground. So he's like, yo man, I just want to jump on. So he's going to jump on and do his whole show because he's going to be at Carnival City the next night, but he wants to test material. Dalisa Chaponda, a dude from Uganda, flew to South Africa to do the underground that night.
He flew all the way.
Yeah, he flew here. That was his gig, and he had one other thing.
Yeah.
I said, Dalisa, sorry man, we're bumping you. He's like, my man, I flew here from another African country. Like, sorry, Chris Rock is gonna jump on tonight. So that does happen. In one sense, that's a little bit difficult when you go, oh, you're just starting out. But on the other side, there's also a really cool, developed audience at the moment. We were trying to figure out what comedy was, what stand-up was, and our audience was trying to figure out how to be an audience.
Yeah.
And so you'd meet each other halfway, whereas now maybe there's a slightly more sophisticated audience. Audience understands, hey man, don't be texting or taking a call during a performance. Maybe there's a bit more respect in that regard. So there are one or two positives in terms of starting now. But it's a difficult thing. It is a difficult thing.
Who would you say, coming up now reminds you of yourself? If you look at the talent, there's quite a few.
Not in terms of style, not in terms of style, but the two people I kind of watch doing interesting alternative things, because that was always my thing. My thing was yo man, do other things. Not just from a performance perspective, but like there's a whole world. There's a producing side, there's a behind the scenes side, and the two people who are dabbling in that space is Dalen.
Okay.
Certainly, by all means, Dalen is traveling the country in the way I did 20 years ago, and touring and just doing the thing and writing show after show after show, which was my gig, my MO back in the day. And then the other person is someone like Yasin Barnes, who also he's got a great Like he loves this comedy thing and he wants to give of himself to make this thing better.
Nice.
And that's how I feel. That's how I see my role. That's why I take on something like the Law of Africa Festival Director, because it's about, I get to do this thing for my industry. I get to look out for my brasa. I get to build a stage for you guys. I get to, there's one of us in the room when the negotiation happens, and I go, no, actually that's exploitative. No, this is, we don't do that. And I get to be almost that person that goes, oh no, that's impossible. You can't get comics to do that. Whereas if it was someone else, they might go, oh yeah, we're gonna push them harder for it. And I go, no, actually, I'm gonna look out for the best interests of my people. So those are the two. Not on stage. All of us have very different styles. But in terms of just going, I want to do this, I want to do that.
I'm quite impressed. Like you've mentioned Dylan now. We were at Dylan's show last week. The team. Oh, man, I think what Dylan are busy with now, him and his wife.
Yeah, great.
I think that's a winner. I think that's a winner. That's something
fantastic.
Different.
Completely. And I've always I've always kind of, because I've gotten to direct Dylan in his first couple of shows. Like I've always pushed him to go. It's not just what you see on stage, what other people are doing. Like that's not there's no box in this thing over here. Like you can go beyond the box. If you say my param, most people work in this space. If you say, well, this is the space I work in, then work there. Do you want to take a guitar on stage? Take a guitar on stage. No one's going to judge you for the thing. You want to do a duo with your wife? A duet with your wife? Go do it. It's like don't be limited by what we perceive this thing is supposed to be. Don't become so much of a purist that you go, oh, I do this thing. Yeah. And those are some of the best acts to watch internationally, where you go, yo, this is the stand-up. Like it feels like an anti-stand-up show. It's just so weird and so unique. Those are the best.
And I think it's always, like you've mentioned, sometimes you need to explore.
Yes.
Because people want to see something different, you know. My thing is this, I read somewhere you are also an author. You launched a book.
Yeah, I wrote a book a couple of years ago.
Tell us about that.
So so the book is called, and now it's a podcast. Okay. So Learner Husband was a show I wrote many years ago. So the evolution of the show goes like this. I was doing a show called Technicolored, which is about identity. Yeah. Right? Finding myself as a colored person, where do I fit in, blah, 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 identity. And it was one of my first shows I worked with Heinrich Reisenhofer. Okay. He was an amazing director, amazing theater director. He co-wrote and produced and directed Joe Barber, so he understands comedy, but then also like a Vliederkap award-winning director in terms of drama. So he understands that something happens, you have this, a story happens, there's a clash, and the outcome is either comedic or tragic, dramatic. So we go, find the comedy in it, right? So anyway, we write the show called Technicolored. I write the show called Technicolored. He directs it, and at the end, it's like this last 10-minute bit is about, I wish there was a manual that taught me how to be a husband, because when I drove, there was K53, and so imagine I could learn from a book, and anyway, it's a great way to end the show. And at the end of it, I go, okay, cool, we're going to write our new show, Heinrich. And Heinrich goes, listen, that husband thing, you should do more of that. I'm going, but I mean, we already dealt with it in Technical. Surely we've covered everything about being a husband. He goes, no, let's write. Sure, now we write a show. That show becomes like a 2.5-hour show called Learner Husband. Like it was mad long, very theatrical, lots of sets and boxes and blah, blah, blah. And that show toured the country for like 2 years. Like it was like we were at the Baxter for... We did it. I was writing it over Christmas. We came to the Baxter for 2 weeks in January, the last 2 weeks of Jan. Yeah. Then massive success, brought it back for 3 weeks in March, brought it back for 9 weeks over November, December, Jan the next year. And in the meantime, we went to the Market Theatre for a month. We went to Peter Turin's Theatre for a month. We toured this thing everywhere. It was great. Finished it. But at the end of it, because I bring out this fake book, I'm like, I have written the book. At the end of every show, everyone's like, can I buy the book? No, the book doesn't exist, bro. It's just a comedy show. At the end of it, we've now been doing this thing for like a year and a half, 2 years. Heinrich says, Stu, we should write the book. So about a year goes by, and we write the book, and eventually we did a book launch of it, and it now lives in the world. It's called Learner Husband, a handy guide for avoiding collisions with your wife. And it's very funny, just a silly tongue-in-cheek book about it.
And I think that is the thing that many men don't understand as a woman. Not understand, but I think sometimes we do understand them, but it's just
The problem is when we think we understand.
it becomes complicated.
Hey, that's when you're going to see your ass. When you think, I know how this works. Don't be fooled.
And I think that is where the young men should start very young, learning how. But also, do you think that the father normally plays that role where the young man actually learn from?
Bruh. It's funny. Myself and Jason Goliath was on the podcast. We spoke about that. Like, what advice did you get from your father? And he was like, "Ma Bali gave me basic advice. He just said, if the food is not lekker, don't say the food is lekker because you're gonna make that food every day." That's basic advice. I said, "Yo, bro, that's great advice." So I think we sometimes need to take the advice from our friends, from our whatever. But this is also where we've seen great traction with the podcast, because so many people we talk to are like, "Oh, thank goodness, man! I thought I was the only one who had no idea." We had Reddy D on the podcast last week, and D starts. And we do a little like a test. How good are you at as being a husband? Yeah. That's how we were started. Then as the podcast started, he's like, "Yo, man, Malika was fighting with me." It just became like a therapy session. It was so funny at the end. I was like it really is a thing that guys, we don't talk. We don't sit around, we don't talk. We don't go, "Yo, man, I've got this issue. Where did I go wrong over here? Show me, point me in the right direction over here." And I think I like the fact that the podcast gets to be that open, honest conversation. But I always say I've got great advice to give. I don't always take my own advice. Because my wife is watching right now. She's going to type in the comment section, "If only you take that." I don't take that advice. But I know it's good advice.
It's a disclaimer.
That's my disclaimer.
You're still into magic. You still like your magic in...
Yeah, I love it. So the College of Magic's got a really special place in my heart, because I really do credit that as the reason I get to live the life that I live, because I got to find that passion when I was a young teenager, and that thing kept me in my room in Grassy Park, learning magic tricks and learning to shuffle, as opposed to, with love and respect to my brother, now you were on a corner over there, and on a Saturday night, who knows what goes down. So it kind of gave me focus and direction, and it also gave me the basis for being able to be a performer and arrive at those comedy shows going, "Oh no, I know how to entertain people, it's fine." There's that part of it. Number two, I still love performing, and sometimes, depending on which show you go to, there might be one or two magic tricks in the show, but and then also the College of Magic, as I said. I still sit on the board, the management board of the College of Magic, which is an amazing NPO, and I help them in terms of the direction and where they're going. The other board members do a lot more than me. I just sit there and go for the free lasagna and the free cup of coffee.
A free cup of coffee and lasagna is always welcome.
That's what and occasionally they'll ask my advice on some things. But no, it's an amazing organization, like real salt of the earth people who, like, you've never met people who've got, like, they're so dedicated to this thing. They're so dedicated to this vision of a place which is completely inclusive. As I said, where you will have kids who from abject poverty in the same class as someone whose parents could take them on a 5-star all-inclusive holiday in December, and a kid in the middle over there from Grassy Park. And those 3 kids all sitting around the same table, all learning the same magic trick, and all having the respect for each other, where they go, we are judged here on how much effort we put in. No one is judging, but your passion for this thing, and I can learn from you. It doesn't matter where you're from, I can learn from you, and I can teach you. Like, it's a really amazing melting pot of the cross section of this city. Cool spot, man.
Yes.
Really amazing spot.
You've mentioned something now about the kids being one. I mean, many times kids are not worried about material things. And like when we were young, our friends, they didn't have, but we were friends. We enjoyed one another. What the bullying and stuff happening now, you've obviously seen the videos and stuff going like around. Do you think that it starts at home? We need to actually teach our kids, to respect one another. Some kids might have more than others, but it does not mean that automatically be better than the next person. It's just that you are fortunate.
100%. Listen, the bully thing is I mean, shame, man. You look at those stories and you go, it's absolutely heartbreaking. As a person with 2 sons, I count myself very, very fortunate that any incidents we've had at school where my kids are on the receiving end of anything, it got dealt with very well by the schools that they were at. like the one or two incidents that springs to mind, like the because boys are little boys are my sons anyway. They're like, yo man, just suck it up, man. Just hide the thing. Well, I don't need to talk about it. But when they have spoken up, that it was dealt with very decisively. So, number one, the schools must take a bit of responsibility in terms of going, yo, how do we deal with this thing? Number two, the parents of those kids need to take a long, hard look in terms of, yo, man, like where does that stem from? How is your kid walk around feel like he can beat someone else up and it's okay, it's all right. So yeah, it's a bit of a sad situation, but I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the
solution.
What the solution is. I just, as I say, touch wood, thank my lucky stars. We've been relatively untouched in that regard.
Somebody's here saying, Lee Gosper, please bring back the Big Five comedy set, please.
That was so much fun. I was talking to my son Andy actually on the drive here because Reddy D was like a key person in the Big Five comedy show.
Okay.
We used to do, so if you don't know the Big Five comedy show, it was a show that I used to tour the country with, and I would host 4 other acts. And it was, the first one was Riyad Musa was in the first one, Barry Hilton was there, Gisle Diga was there, Tumi Meraki was on it, Jason Goliath was on it. It was like really like, hey, who's the it person right now? We would do this thing. And they were fantastic. I love my comedian friends, but the secret ingredient was Reddy D. Reddy D would play at the start. It was like this opening we'd come up with, and he'd start at the and at the start of the second half, he'd also do this 5-minute scratch thing. Watch 5,000 people in the Grand Arena lose their minds for Reddy D. And so it was always, when we booked the dates, they go, the arena's available this date, or this date. Now call D, or Malika anyway. Go, listen, these are the dates. Which can D do? And then we build the tour around his availability, because he was such an important element to it. But it was great fun. Yes, I mean, it's. Do you know what it is? In all honesty, I don't have as much appetite for risk. Post-COVID, bro, my appetite for risk is very low, because those things really did. You know, you'd put your house down, house up for that thing, and then go, let's hope that people buy tickets. And then, if they don't, you kind of like, hey, I must go, please explain to FNB there why all the money's out the bond and I can't pay within the next 3 months.
Is that the challenge for many, I want to say, comedians, where you have to find your own venture?
Yeah. Myself and Sivan Gessi had a project on the go, which we did, I think, like 3 or 4 years on the trot. It was called the Mud City Comedy Festival. This is the sad indictment on the state of venues in this town. Let's just use this town.
Yeah.
That it is damn near impossible for any comic off the street to go and book that venue. A, because they'll just go, we don't know who you are, so you can't get it.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, the deposits you've got to pay are completely restrictive.
Yeah.
So for me, like a massive indictment, you take someone like, there's like a dude from Grassy Park, CJ Benson. I love CJ. CJ had played at the National Arts Festival in Makanda, 3 or 4 solo shows, and never did a solo show in Cape Town, right? Why? Because it was just impossible to do. To book the backstage, impossible. It's a lot of money. So myself and Siv went, we're going to create this comedy festival, which we ran a couple of years, where instead of, because you can perform over 6 days, so let's do 2 shows a day. And on weekends, you do 3 a day.
Okay.
So suddenly it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's 8 shows. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 19, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 shows in a week. Oh. Now imagine a rental for the week is 50,000 rand. Instead of me having to pay it, 14 of us split the money.
Okay.
Instead of me having to pay X amount for advertising, 14 of us split the bill. So that was a model myself and Siv came up with. And we would open it to everyone. We needed to have a balance. So I needed to have someone like Riyad Musa on the lineup because I know he's going to sell it out.
Yeah.
And then you have an absolute newbie from Durban who no one's ever heard of, and he sells 4 tickets. But we don't cancel your show. we chuck and we find another 10 people to come and watch you, and you actually do your show. Now you have not made enough money to cover your share of the rental, and myself and Civ, that was our little CSI thing where we go, no one loses money on this venture.
Nice.
Everyone can make money, but anyone who didn't cover the threshold, we as the producers would write off that expense.
Okay.
So that was a thing that we did, and in all honesty, something that we would love to get funding for, etc., etc. But
do you think it's difficult nowadays? I mean, getting funding from government, from companies.
Yes and no. You know, the thing I found, because we've done sponsorship with many blue chip companies. Often, if you're just giving them what they want when they want it, it fits their needs. Like, I've done shows sponsored by F&B or sponsored by Old Mutual, etc., etc. It was just that what I was offering them was something that they needed.
Yeah.
And it completely, there was absolute synergy, and the timing worked right. And then they were like, happily, Stu, there you go. That's how I've gotten success. From a government perspective, good luck, bro. I get nothing there. This show is happening now. So I send the message to Department of the events, city events. Hey guys, I want to put posts on poles. Wherever you see a post on a pole, guys, you see a little sticker.
Yeah.
How many thousands of rands you spend on those stickers? And you're paying it to the government. You're paying it to the city.
Yeah.
So hey, city, would you sponsor the stickers? No, Stu, you must get hold of us 3 months in advance. That's now. Then. Now, okay, understand. Hey guys, 3 months to go. Now you way too far in advance. We only look at it a week before. Hey guys, now you had to speak to us ages.
No, man.
You don't win on that.
So you would rather just see what you can make happen with your own resources.
100%. Yeah. So listen, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to bitch and power to you if you ever manage to get it right with the city, because we have occasionally. I mean, I remember like once Auntie Pat was the mayor.
Yeah.
Auntie Pat was the mayor, and I happened to be performing at the golf day, and she was there. And I was like, Auntie Pat, I've got a thing over there. And she said, there's a discretionary fund from the eventing thing. Send this person a message.
Yeah.
And then, oh wow, amazing, that happened. And the next time you try it, and then it doesn't happen.
Okay.
So it's a hit or miss thing. You can't rely on it.
And how important is it for us to support your shows? Because if we support your shows, right, and we support you, this won't be a factor, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's literally what it is. Bro, I need to sell the tickets.
Yeah.
So at the moment, this thing happens at the Baxter. I mean, I never like talking about these things. It was like the doom and gloom part of it. Like, I want you to think of me as, wow, Stuart just arrives, he walks out on stage, and the show is amazing, and we laugh, we have a good time. But there's this thing that happens before where we're sitting there stressing because you go, okay, so the venue hire is X amount. And the posters is X amount, and the publicist is X amount, and you pay everything as a pay. And so when you walk out on stage and you're just looking at the numbers over there, you go, okay, we maybe covered the posters today. Let's hope for the. It's not the way you want to walk into an event or a thing. You want to kind of walk in there and give your best, not worry about the numbers, and that only happens if people support. So if you, man, like. Live comedy, it's so good for the soul, guys.
I agree.
It is so good for the soul. You guys, how did you feel when you walked out of Dylan's show?
Man,
like you're walking on air.
We were laughing. We were still days after that.
Exactly. It is honestly like this euphoric experience that you get when you go and watch a comedy show. You just walk out there. Yes, this man. Oh, that was fantastic. Go do it more often. Go and please come watch my show. But that invitation is to go to Ground Culture on a Friday night. These amazing comedians. Go to Armchair Theatre on a Wednesday or Sunday. These amazing comedians. Go find those shows. Like it'll become the thing. Yeah, what I love about Ground Culture, it has become this thing where you have all these middle-aged couples. Some of them sort of empty nesters now. They just arrive there. They're like, oh no, we're here to watch comedy.
Yeah, wow.
People in the late 40s. This is what we do now. And then also a couple of young students over there. So we need a bit more of that culture. Okay. And if that starts growing, then this whole thing explodes. You'll hear voices from all over and all corners, because suddenly it's something that they can do.
Yeah. And I think just coming out of COVID the last few years, getting back into the things again, I think people need to get out there. I think we are still in that mindset where we don't go out.
Bruh.
Things are happening online.
No. There was very much a pre-COVID idea of, we can do this thing. And then that thing, it made us very antisocial. It made us it made us content with the very little
Yes.
the limited version that the online thing was compared to the
Yeah.
live. With respect to the online thing works in certain regards, but the live, there's something about watching something live. And we lost connection.
Yeah.
The need and the desire to go out and just
Yeah.
take a group of your friends, take your other couple friend and go out and have dinner and then go and watch a show at the back. So like
Yeah.
you got to do that, guys.
have
Like
to.
people are, you wonder why people are depressed. It's because they lack connection with other humans because we're stuck over here. God,
Hey.
this is
the
it's,
toxic.
it's a necessary evil, but it's the thing that don't let this replace human connection.
Tell us more about your show, because now we want them to buy tickets. I see it's from the 13th to the 15th at the Baxter. What can we expect,
So,
Stuart?
Odd Man Out is a, you know, when I write material,
Yeah.
so it depends on how I write shows. Back in the day, I would always go, oh, this is the theme, and then write for that show. And then the last couple of shows, I would be performing in comedy clubs, just generating more material and go, oh, this feels like it's becoming a show, and then that theme would emerge. So this show was written like that, where I was just doing material in comedy clubs, finding, I want to try this thing. And then this theme started to emerge, which is me telling stories about just kind of being a little bit of the odd man out. A little bit of I'm in this world and I'm not sure that I fit over here. And so I just got to kind of make myself fit, because my boys mustn't feel like they don't belong in these spaces. So it's be it when you're in certain suburbs and you're the only person of color over there in the restaurant, other than the people who are serving. And a fly comes to your table, those vibes. So it's very much the stories of what is it like for my life. But the beauty is when I tell these stories, like everyone at some point feels like the odd man out. Like if you got kids, bro, and you got teenagers,
Hey, tell me about it.
you will feel like the odd. When you're doing lift club and your teenage child's in the back seat with their friends, you will feel old and odd, my friend. So the show is just kind of those stories from my life. It's stories of me going, oh man, this is what it's like. But also, at the end of the day, with a bit of an arc that kind of makes you go, no, but I'm going to sit in my truth and be happy with who I am, and not change who I am for the people around me.
You spoke about you driving your teenagers. Do you also listen to Tupac, Biggie, and then like, Daddy, can you switch over, please?
You know what is weird? So I don't. If my youngest is in the car, no one controls the
Okay, he controls it.
As he gets in, he takes a phone from me.
Yeah.
Now he takes my phone or his mom's phone because there's no restrictions on the lyrics.
Okay.
If I show you.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting thing. He really does have the most eclectic taste in music.
Nice.
Just listen to like something from a musical and it jumps, bro. Something from a musical, something from, then the next one is like AC/DC.
Go.
Then the next thing, today we're driving, he's listening to some like German techno music. And then a little bit of Kanye.
Yeah.
And the next one is Tamandel.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what you're going to get with this guy, but there's no style. It's just loud. That's the one thing. It's going to be as loud as it can be.
Yeah.
But it's everything.
Okay.
So I quite like that about it. And he'll like, there'll be some artists that I'll hear. I'm like, wow, this is quite liquor. I like this. And then like a year later, you'll hear them on radio. For some reason, they find these artists way earlier than we find them.
I agree with you, because my 14-year-old teenager is the same.
Yeah.
We listen to Mexican music, and some of the songs that is playing, he played last year.
Yes.
This
now
year,
you're like, oh, no, it's
all of a sudden,
airplay.
yes.
I knew Benson Boone 3 years ago, my friend.
Yeah, they're very much advanced. Stuart, anything as a boy from Karachi Park? I won't say the Cape Flats. Karachi Park.
Yeah.
It's different. What do you want to tell the up and coming Stuart Taylors? What must go into the career? Because many of them look at you and they say, "But I want to be like him," but they don't know what you went through and the struggles and the challenges. What do you want to tell them?
Yeah, listen. I mean, just put in the work, man. Put in the graft. Like, a big part of my luck is opportunity meeting preparation. That's what they say. So I remember. Like, here's an anecdote. I was come home from youth one Friday night, and my parents are going out. My sister's out. I'm like 17 years old. I'm certainly old enough to be out by the brass or whatever. And I was busy prepping a magic trick that requires a lot of preparation. My parents, before they bounced, they were going to go to some friends. They were like, "Oh, have you got a show tomorrow?" I said, "No, I don't have a show tomorrow, but I wanted to be ready if a show does come up." And that's kind of like the space that I always lived in, was like, yo man, just prepare yourself for the opportunities that may come. Because if you prepare yourself for the opportunities that they will come. So what I'd say is, just try and stay prepared. Put in the work. Yeah, put in the effort.
There's no shortcut. There's no
shortcut. No, there isn't a shortcut. And if there is a shortcut, what the result is not going to have longevity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Put in the work, guys.
Stuart, thank you so much. We're going to be at your show.
Of course you are.
We must 100%.
Be there. Odd Man Out, Baxter Theatre. We'll see you guys there.
So you guys can get tickets on...
Web tickets. Web tickets is where they are. Yeah.
Okay.
So I look forward to seeing you guys
there. The 13th to the 15th, we're going to be there. And then also, as we play out, like I said, I ate the Gatsby, Alpha Gatsby on Saturday. It was not at 4. So we're going to actually play it now for you, what happened on Saturday. Please, if you guys can, follow Stuart, like his page, share, and also buy tickets. Don't be so man, just support the brand. And then also, especially the people from Grassy Park, you guys need to go out. And then also, see what we have done on Saturday. Cheers guys, see you next week. Net so heel van my mag disappear. So maar net so. Nou die praat van hy gaan vir my wen, maar hy gaan hom laat maak. But Mr. Bayer praat, so you will see in the next few minutes. I will finish in 5 minutes.
Wait, I was just looking at the size of Stan. I didn't realize how it's so good. Because I'm a bit nervous now, I must be honest. I can't focus now.
Bro, this is here because of Gatsby's, bro. That's the end of my last one.
This is not a fake contest anymore.
I came ready. Penny Paloni, bro. Penny Paloni.
Prediction time, they say 7 minutes, I say about 6:59 I should be done.
Alles op de verloren.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. Bismillah, bismillah. Iets stadiger, warm hier. You serve it, please. I don't like to eat dirty. Met beroep wel vol. Go. He threw some of the stuff under the table. Hij kan snel.
Dat is een byt geweest.
Een byt dat halfte. Ja, mijn maat altijd als ik zo met het byt gevonden. Maar dat box op dan guys. Daar geen nummer. Oh, that stuff is yours here. Doesn't matter. This is Jonah. This is Jonah.
Nou, dat is Jonah. Die is mijne. Die mijne.
Wie Jonah?
Ja, die mijne.
Daar lag je bang mee. Kom hier. Kom hier, toch hier. Dan nou dat je nou wat dief.
Ik is klaar. No, dan.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ik ga weer.
Ons gaat die video wat ze verder weer oor. As jy hulle visse Paloni was hy.
Sy Paloni. Hy is al lauw bro. Die was al lauw geweest.
You know, there was a craze about Penny Paloni. There's one influencer reviewed the Penny Paloni at the various butchers. So there was a craze about it, and then I thought, why not come up with a Penny Paloni smoothie Gatsby, you know? So we put our team together and we tried to develop something. So we first did it without a smoothie, and we did it with a smoothie, and it was much nicer. So that's how we started it basically.
So the fundraiser worked like this. There was 12 entries, right? At 120 rand. So all the money they made was donated to the people at Anders Place of Safety or to the organization.
Sy het jy gevat hè.
Ek het gewen. Hy's 'n loose.